Hello language learners, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is how to write explanation with reference to context. A very important question. Before we start about today's topic, if you are new to the channel, kindly support and subscribe and press the bell icon too. Let's get started. Why is it necessary to write explanation with reference to context? As far as your paper question is concerned, you have to explain some given lines providing its context and reference. Mainly because if someone wants to have an idea about the unread poem or play, your explanation would help him understand the whole poem or play. How to write reference? Reference to someone or something is the act of talking about them or mentioning them. In other words, it is part of something you say or write in which you mention a person or thing. If we focus on the activity, reference here means writing name of the poem and name of the poet. This information should be correct, otherwise your explanation would be doubted, because in case you write wrong name of the poet or poem, indirectly you have put a question mark at your own provided explanation. So be careful. If you have been given a stanza of the poem, what would be its reference, context and explanation? Let's see. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Example: these meditative lines have been taken from a very famous poem, Daffodils, composed by a British poet named William Wordsworth, famous for writing great poems. You can revamp the same reference by adding some more adjectives. How to write context? Context is the background, environment, setting, framework, or surroundings of events or occurrences written in such a way as to enable the readers to understand the narrative or a literary piece. It provides meaning and clarity to the intended message. This is the general meaning of context. There are two ways of writing context. Number one, general context, in which we write theme or central idea of the given extract. Usually it is used when we deal first stanza of the poem or first passage of the story. Number two, immediate context, in which we write current situation, what has happened before the given lines, and we try to make connection of the previous and given lines. Keep in mind as a caution that in context you are not supposed to write about the given lines. Look at the example of the context of the same stanza. Wordsworth has captured both images and feelings concerned to a special moment in his life. The poem is a tribute to nature and its manifestations in all its glory. It beautifully presents before us not only the attractive beauty of nature, but also the purifying and enduring impact of it on human beings. It is the first stanza, so we opted to write general context in which the theme or central idea of the poem is written. Next step is writing explanation. We start our explanation with the paraphrase or surface meaning of the given lines. Critical analysis of the given extract describing all the hidden ideas. All the underlying themes or all other possible interpretations should be written afterwards. Number three, figures of speech or literary devices. Analyze here the language used by the poet or author in terms of literary devices that he has used in the given lines. For example, the rhyme scheme, metaphor, simile, personification, etc. And with restatement and purpose of the poet or poem. Examiner surely wants to know what have you learned from it. So do write it at the end briefly. Of the explanation of the same stanza. In this stanza, the poet says that once he was wandering all alone. His wandering was just like a cloud that floats over the valleys and hills. At once he saw countless golden daffodils. These daffodils were growing beside a lake under a tree. They were fluttering in the breeze. It seemed that they were dancing happily. You can see that in this paragraph just the surface meaning of the stanza is written. Paragraph number 2. The poet compares himself with the cloud in the very first line, that he is down and the cloud is above the hills and valleys, and both are aimlessly wandering. The ultimate feeling of loneliness is there. Golden is used to intensify bright yellow color of the daffodils. Crowd is associated with group of people, while host is associated with angels. So, we can seem to be dealing with some very special daffodils. Expressions like beneath the trees, dancing, golden, crowd, host, all are used to intensify the hidden meaning or the theme. Although he is alone, yet he is happy among the natural objects because of the enduring and purifying effects of nature. He is physically alone, but the company of clouds, valleys, hills, and daffodils are enough to purify and endure. The poet has used many figures of speech. A simile is in the very first line comparing himself to a cloud. I wandered lonely as a cloud. Personification, as the daffodils are given human attributes of moving and dancing, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. A metaphor, golden daffodils, the yellow daffodils are directly compared to gold because of their bright color. The poet has used simple language to tell in his life with great importance. Lecture summary. Whenever you have to attempt explanation with reference to context, give 3 headings. First one, reference with name of the poem and name of the poet. Second, context, either with general context or immediate context. Explanation with 3 paragraphs. First one with surface meaning, second one with underlying meaning, and third one with figures of speech. If you like the video, kindly share and comment. That's all for today. Take care.